Welcome to 3ds Max news for the month of March. In March, we get 3ds Max 2025 version. It's nothing revolutionary, but a lot of improvements on different areas on our favorite tool. A big one is the rewrite of the menu editing system. This affects quad menus and the top 3ds Max menus. At first glance, it's not a big difference, other than moving the UI to Qt, but internally it's quite big, allowing now for third-party developers to create his in a much easier way without needing to deep code it, and will allow users to move the save menus from Max to a new Max version. A big improvement as well is that now a Slate Material editor is finally using the standard quad menu from 3ds Max instead of his own, as was happening until now. Artists can very easily change or reorganize whatever you need on this quad menu in a Slate Material editor. Global search menu, the one that you can call with the X shortcut, has been totally rewritten. Now it's using Qt, it's way faster than before, you don't get any more gray entries taking unnecessary space so you can find things easier, and showcase the last 5 used search. A new column showcases the object category, and you can filter and personalize how this search function works. This menu can be docked and be all the times visible, and a lot of more useful functions inside this search menu. The retopology tool has been updated, now it's 8% faster, and it has 2 new options. To only calculate the preprocessed mesh to create an even triangulated mesh very fast, and a new option to convert the mesh to BDV directly. Mesh Cleaner has been updated with 3 new ways to clean bad geometry, 0 area UVs, non-planar faces, and unisolated vertex option fixes. For retopology and the Mesh Cleaner, the ESC option now, it will abort any long calculation processes that is happening. Color management has been improved, now Max starts in Osho default mode, Bake to Texture and Vertex Paint tools are properly color managed, and a color conversion tool has been added on MCG as a new operator to make it easier to switch color spaces. A Slate Material has received other fixes. Now we have the view image to easily isolate the current image and open it. We have a new show shaded material in viewport functionality for bitmaps assigned to a nested material, and other fixes. UX has been updated to 0.7, now the importer supports animated attributes from cameras and lights, and support for blend shapes and morphers, and other improvements that you can check on the Jasso complete list that it's huge. Has been updated to 7.3.1 with big improvements on GPU rendering, making it way faster than before. A lot of the code for GPU has been totally rewritten. Arnold render view is dockable. We have new snapshot tools, automatic denoiser from a start, even on negative preview samples, so you can see something faster than before. And there is other improvements that maybe it's not directly appreciated by the user, but has been necessarily, like the conversion to Qt6 using PySide 6, and other internal libraries where you could appreciate some speed gains here and there, improvements on Max script, and a lot of bug fixes. The light shadow resolution on viewport is now 4K instead of the 512 pixels from before, that now you have crispier and more detailed shadows in viewport that I think is quite nice. Thanks a lot for Jasso for the complete list that he always does on his website, and also for the different videos that he created. You will have the playlist on YouTube from Jasso. Check it out on the video description. Some plugins are already compatible with Max 2025, for example Thinking Particles, that also has been updated to 7.31 with some improvements. They also add a new learning license option for only $48 a year to start learning Thinking Particles. One of the oldest plugins, Gribble, is also ported for Max 2025, totally free as always. Marcelo Souza created a handy free script to move across the different cameras in your scene, allows to select the camera, move to view through the viewport, and also adjust the timeline based on the first and last frame from your camera's animation. Jasso shared for free sync pairs to cam. This script allows to move your camera in the same way that you will move your perspective viewport. Can be very handy. Rapid Tools keeps sharing the progress for his upcoming tool, UV Reactor, a new and fast UV editor for 3ds Max that is also independent from the stack modifier, so can be all the time open. And yeah, it will be way faster according to Rapid Tools developers. FumeFX has been also teasing his next update that will be FumeFX 6.5, and they are hinting a new fluid solver that will arrive to FumeFX, so can be very exciting. We have multiple updates in TypeFlow in March, with the build 1.105 and later, with a new pathfinding operator where particles can find the closest path to a geometry point, and a new UVW align to tie-conform volume that allows to align any geometry based on UVs. Can be very handy for deforming geometry. As well, Tyson has been hinting what will come in the future with curved motion blur for V-Ray CPU coming very soon. On my Patreon, as always, only for my Patreons, I cover all the new updates for TypeFlow, showcasing it with different examples. We get this month a tutorial where we use cat animation with these new pathfinding tools to move spiders around a maze. On another exclusive tutorial, we keep working on a Wharf tutorial where we are destroying a Wharf good structure, combining the multifracture tool with TypeFlow. We will add some shaking to add some additional motion to make it more interesting. On 3ds Max The Pod, we have new animations from Norberto Aguilera, free for everyone, with a skater guy and a sci-fi police moving around. Pretty interesting. Remember that 3ds Max The Pod is a new site where on cool 3D models, 3ds Max animations, everything 3ds Max related. Norberto found that Riot Games was sharing some characters done for League of Legends totally for free with complete rigs done in 3ds Max. Some of the original links are dead, but on the comments on the stack group, you will find some extra links that people are adding, sharing these free models. 3ds Max is only for archviz. Mantra Films Colombo shared a breakdown of a turtle rig in 3ds Max done for a commercial. You can see it in action inside 3ds Max. Jaime Jasso shares the final result that he used as an exercise on his teaching class inspired in aliens and horror science film movies. On his class, he does everything from scratch, and he's doing all this to teach how to model using 3ds Max and V-Ray to his students. I think that very detailed, very cool atmosphere on this static image. Olinkari make a very good use of the new pathfinding operator in TypeFlow, recreating Pac-Man that can play by itself, and yeah, it's looking for the closest path to some objective. I found it very creative use of the tool, and yeah, awesome that you can do this. And as you can see with TypeFlow, the logic is very easy to follow. Simon Nastasi is an FX artist and generalist, and he shared his works done during the last 2 years on Refugee, VFX and Pop Creative Studio. He used 3ds Max and a lot of TypeFlow. You can see it on YouTube, a lot of cool stuff. And SOMM Park has an impressive demo reel in YouTube showcasing excellent skills in rigging with a wide variety of mechanical models, facial rigs, and characters, all type of characters, humans, dragons, medieval models with a lot of attached elements. Really cool demo reel. I found it very cool, and where you can see that 3ds Max for rigging, you can do a lot of things. Gregory Glesakos create different content for Firecrest 2023, showcasing how 3ds Max and Tyflow is used a lot in medical animation. I see it more and more Tyflow used for medical, and the content is all rendered in Redshift. A lot of cool stuff. Some medical content is something that you don't see often, but there is a huge industry behind, and yeah, 3ds Max and Tyflow is a big part of it. And a very old video, it's a sample scene from Thinking Particles that is now 18 years old, 18, shared by Edwin Brown. This sample scene showcased the first implementation of NVIDIA physics when first was introduced in Thinking Particles, allowing for real-time physics in viewport in 3ds Max with a roller coaster simulation. This setup was used later in the movie Final Destination, that if you remember was quite a big hit back in the days, and yeah, all done with Thinking Particles. Mikhail Lupu shared this cool robot designed with 3ds Max, ZBrush, Houdini for the cables, and Marvelous Designer for the cloth simulation. I found especially interesting the showcase of an asset library that he created for this specific project. Together with a new Boolean modifier, you can see how he can use it for adding really extra fast details, and also a video showcasing how he's using the stack modifier to create procedural details on this model. Stack modifier can be really powerful, and you can create all this type of procedural modeling with the new array modifier, and the new Boolean modifier can make it even easier. Mehdi Sangene showcased a very nice cut-out rigging. Very nice to see some of those 2D animations done directly in 3ds Max. Sometimes it's done in After Effects, but you can do it, as you can see here, in 3ds Max directly as well. Mikhail Slieriak shared his Frost project using a lot of Tyflow. He used it to cover everything in snow, to drive the smoke simulation, and the breaking of the ice around the ship is done in Tyflow. He's sharing a very nice breakdown, rendered in V-Ray and using Forest Pack for the trees. On the learning section, Jasso shared this quiet forgotten functionality in 3ds Max. You can grab any parameter of any object inside track view, and with right click, promote this parameter to any other object modifier. Can be very useful to promote an attribute holder, to have accessible different parameters that can be scattered in different places, all in one single place. I found it really interesting and something that I didn't know that it exists. Paul Neal did this very short 3-minute tutorial where he explains a lot of cool techniques for new users, showcasing procedural modeling in 3ds Max to create a low poly good crate. As always, very interesting to refresh yourself with new techniques or some stuff that maybe you don't know it exists. 3D London had on March 2024 a panel discussion with Kate Garbiel, VFX supervisor, Laura Hancock, VFX freelance producer, and Julia Gillette, CGI and VFX lecturer, with an interesting talk about getting your first job in 3D, building confidence and education. Autodesk is having an event in Vancouver, Wednesday, April 10th on Emily Carr University, where you will have different talks for Maya and 3ds Max. They will present new stuff in 3ds Max, but very important, Industry of Light and Magic, ILM, will be showcasing their production strategy using 3ds Max. Registration is free, and let me know if you are going there. I will be attending, I hope, if nothing happened, but I will be around, so come to say hi if you are there. The Rookies Award for 2024 is now open. You have 2 months to send your entry. Remember, always focus for non-professional people, so people that finish a school and it's starting his journey and they want to be, they are looking for a job, or it's your first year into a new job. It has multiple categories, including 2D animation, 3D animation, architectural visualization, concept art, visual effects, and more categories. It's one of the most important awards online. with multiple top companies recruiting artists and major companies offering great awards. And that's all for the month of March, guys. Thank you so much. Let me know in the comments what do you think about Max 2025 and this month in general. I think that we get a lot of cool stuff. As always on the 3ds Max is only for archviz. A lot of cool things that are not only archviz. And thanks a lot to all my Patreons. This month we don't have the usual list, but thanks to everyone because I am in holidays and I had to improvise this video with a different computer. But yeah, thank you a lot guys, everyone in YouTube, all my Patreons, and see you soon. Bye!